Hey everyone, talking about Perseus by Parfums de Marly just came out in 2024. The notes in this are grapefruit, bergamot, blackcurrant, vetiver, green mandarin, geranium, ambergris accord, dry woods, and cashmere wood. So this opens with a really dry yet kind of juicy at the same time grapefruit, done in I would say a pretty tart way and more like real grapefruit than the typical take on grapefruit and fragrance. And I don't even mean that oh, this smells such a natural, evocative, you wouldn't believe it's not made with natural materials or something like that, but just it has that more kind of tart, sort of realistic grapefruit vibe and not candied, sugary pink grapefruit or anything like that. Almost makes me think of a gin and tonic take on grapefruit or something with this sort of dryness, but yet slight juiciness. The tartness here is definitely furthered by the blackcurrant, the bergamot, and the geranium, but they really combine into kind of just serving as nuances of the grapefruit. So I would say that it's not so much that, oh, it smells like geranium or blackcurrant or anything like that, but just they bring out some of that tart, citrus emphasis there. And I would say, to compare it to something that probably a decent amount of people who are interested in this may have smelled, the style of grapefruit here I would compare to Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever Pour Homme. Not the original light blue, but specifically the light blue forever one. I'm not saying this smells like a dupe of that overall, but just that's the style of grapefruit, I would say. As it progresses, the vetiver definitely swoops in, but the grapefruit accord here actually lasts a really long time, way longer than most citrus notes last, which are known for just kind of being in the opening of a fragrance and then disappearing. But yeah, it really lasts a long time here. And somehow I feel like the ambergris accord use here almost furthers the grapefruit in a way with that slight sourness or something. So that's kind of interesting how long the illusion of the grapefruit at least lasts here. By the dry down, I would say the style of vetiver is kind of like how it is in Great Vetiver by Tom Ford or Terre d'Hermès by Hermès, along with some musk and woods. And again, as with any comparison, I'm not saying it smells like a dupe of those, but that type of vetiver. The musk, the style of dry woods, the ambergris accord make it not my type of thing. I don't like Parfums de Marly much in general, especially their masculine fragrances. I think more of their feminine ones smell more mass appealing to me to smell on somebody, but I'm just not a fan of most of their masculine fragrances. Not for me at all. So this isn't something I enjoy, even though the notes, I love grapefruit and vetiver, but I don't like the really dry take on that. Just not my type of thing. But I would say if you like dry grapefruit and vetiver and you like Parfums de Marly fragrances in general, sure, it could be worth trying. I don't think it's bad compared to what I expected going into it. I just knew that it wouldn't be for me because I don't like how Parfums de Marly does things, and I'm not a fan of theirs overall. I made some decants of it, and I'll link to that in the description or check it out wherever you want. As with anything, always recommend trying a sample, even if you don't get it from me, before going for a bottle. But especially something like this, where you might feel like it's a more common scent profile and maybe not worth spending $400+ for a bottle for some grapefruit and vetiver. But again, I just don't like Parfums de Marly's style in general, so moderate to good longevity and projection, and I would say really pretty good as far as something so kind of grapefruit centered goes, and same with sort of the style of vetiver, so not bad on that front. Leans masculine and goes for, I think about $365 for 125 milliliter as of recording this. It's not on any discounters, so no cheaper bottles yet, and I will link in the description where you can check it out.